And hello there, chaps. And now we're here for the match between Better Off Red in the red team and Wang Gang on the blue team. So in the red team, we've got a Vindicator, Navy Brutix, Hugin, Deimos, Magus, Thalia, and Deacon looking at that kind of dual T2 frigate logi there that we saw a little bit earlier on.
And over on the blue team, we've got a Belgorn, Hyperion, Navy Brutix, Executor, Pontifex, Crurer, and Punisher. That's actually not a bad composition there.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see that, like, Balgon, that's obviously kind of like their
flagship.
Well, I'm quite interested to see how the Thalia and the Deacon are actually going to perform again. And obviously, we've got the team captain for Better Off Red, Cara Ferrelli. That's actually in one of those T2 frigates, logi ships. That's it. Words are hard. So we're all set here, and we're just waiting for the match to get underway. And you know, having seen what's landed on grid and where it's actually landed, have you kind of changed your mind at all as to who your favourites are here, Gommel?
Well, I'm just taking a look at the distance here between these two, and okay. I guess it all depends on how the blue team is fit, but they could really dish out some punishment right about now. But on the other hand, the red team could be fit for close range combat as well. But either way, it's going to be a definite slugfest.
It's quite possible. I mean, Better Off Red, they came in at 0 on the actual beacon. Normally a good indication that they want to get straight in there. I mean, you don't come in at 0 if you want to. And just looking at the control bar there is like we've actually got the Wang Gang like control bar being like stripped out like massively, but equally a really large control bar as well coming from Better Off Red.
Yep, it looks like we got a grappler on the Navy Brutix on the red team.
Are you seeing that Balgon though?
Yup. Oh boy. It's going to need some serious love from that Executor. I don't know if it'll be able to handle the load.
Exactly. I mean, it's like everything looks really kind of like full on for DPS onto that actual Balgon, but equally the Navy Brutix is taking quite a hammering as well. And not seeing.
Oh, yeah. I did not expect the structure to go down quite as fast as it is. That could be the first loss. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it goes. So there's a chunk of DPS like lost there, and the Balgon kind of like being able to pull back a little bit of hull. It looked like. Was I'm imagining things?
Yeah. I think there might be a bit of is it catching hull reps?
Not too sure, but obviously armor's going back up now. I'm not.
Yep.
Meanwhile, that Vindicator.
Yeah, that Vindicator is getting a lot of love from the blue team right now. It's getting jammed up top of everything else, and that's got to really hurt their DPS.
That's it, but it is quite interesting to like see. I mean, it really looked like that Balgon was initially going to, and you know that's evidenced by the fact that it's got a half like hull kind of like present. But it looks like Wang Gang have actually stabilized. Meanwhile, that Vindicator, not long.
Nope, I'm watching it right now. It's in 12% structure.
Yeah, literally hanging on, but it's got a lot of effects on them.
The armor reps, catching armor reps.
Yeah, but there we go.
There it goes.
I mean, it's like you know, the DPS sort of being offered by like a full kind of like team on the other side, probably not going to be able to have just a couple of logic frigates save you, and there goes that Magus as well in a hurry. So this is starting to like shape up as a rather convincing performance from the Wang gang after a potentially kind of like rocky start. If Better Off Red had actually like punched through that Balgorn, things could be like, you know, completely reversed. It really does seem it's like, you know, just a few seconds, and that could have unfolded as a completely different story.
Am I missing something, or am I just now seeing target painters applied to the blue team?
Well, you are definitely like seeing them, applying them out to that Hugin. Generally, though, I would say not normally a great deal of point of applying TPs with Vindicator and Navy Brutix. If they were
Right.
like stationary, then you know the Vindicator, especially large enough, there you're going to be able to apply pretty well anyway. But that Hugin at the moment being worked on now by the Wang gang. It is webbed, it is target painted, it is getting kind of like friendly reps, but there again, you know, it's got a hell of a
Yeah.
job to actually stay up now. And there's the Hugin gone, and we're seeing kind of like good fights kind of like being called now in like local. I think that Better Off Red are probably can predict the future now.
Yeah, at this point, it seems to be success for the blue team, and I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem to take out these last three ships.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like the writing is most definitely on the wall there. So you know, barring any kind of like boundary violations, and I think we had, funnily as I said that as well, I think that the Deacon of Tribal may have actually just like kind of like gone out of boundary there.
Well, Thalia. Thalia, on the other hand, being jammed, webbed, and target painted, I think they're just going to shoot it before it can reach the boundary.
That's it, and there again is like Cara Ferrelli obviously was the team captain for Better Off Red, and you know, if you want to keep the hostiles on grid, you always make sure that the last thing to kill is the FC.
You know, I never actually thought about that, but you're absolutely right.
So yeah, so it's looking like a very kind of like convincing win, and we're seeing like a.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you sir. I'm English.
Oh,
Remember,
well, in
we've
that
got
case,
manners.
well then, in that case, I was just going to say, I was wondering why it's actually taking so long to for these guys to bring that Thalia down. But it looks like it's going over the board, going over the boundary.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's there we go. There goes like the
Yep.
Thalia. So that's kind of like disappeared. There was a little bit of kind of like control being applied to it at the end there, but obviously they've got very small signatures, so applying damage at like range with any kind of like, you know, transversal that the frigate has. Is a little bit kind of tricky, so it can take like a little bit of time to actually, you know, pin them down, get rid of them. You know, exactly their job. Anyway, it's like there we've seen just like a very kind of like convincing win from the Wang gang, and you know, touch and go for a moment, but they did beat off Better Off Red. Anyway, we're going to head back over to the studio and we'll chat some more there.
Way to go, Wang Gang.